semifinals of a major event, and he owes the spectators and most of all himself a superior performance. And I think we'll see him settle down and make a match out of this.
I think you're right. Dave has responded when asked in prior matches. He was trailing by a significant margin in 2 of the 3 11-10 matches that he won, and came back strongly to win. So therefore, he has been coming back when he fell behind. And he is behind 3-0 in this match against Earl Strickland, and I feel he has the ability to come back.
What do you do with this shot, Billy? You can't. I don't know that you can give this to Earl. But this is a relatively tough safety. I don't think the 1 and 2 are quite straight.
Well, I really would try to put him behind the 5 here.
Again, you remember we talked about the spotting the ball situation. First, if your opponent doesn't spot him correctly, you check and make sure the 9's not dead or some other ball.
I like putting him behind the 5 here. I don't know about this shot here. I don't particularly care for this shot. If he hits the 6, look, he's frozen him to the 6. It looks like he certainly did get rewarded for his fine effort. But myself, I try to locate the cue ball back at the 5.
Well, he made a great shot here.
Maybe got a little of a fortuitous roll on that particular shot, but nevertheless, he will accept it.
That would have been easy for the cue ball to leak out there. That really had to come around there and strike that 6 ball in a perfect spot to get a safety.
Earl Strickland, the great kicker that he is, had no problem in hitting that shot and left Dave Bollman a little of any shot at all.
Well, if the 3-6 are on, the shot here, I believe, would play the 1 into the 3-6. Now, he doesn't want to shoot this too hard. The 1 could actually go behind the 7. But if they're dead, I believe that to be the right shot and follow the cue ball down. He figures to at least be able to hit the 1.
Looks like he's playing the hook behind the 2 here. I don't know whether or not he hooked him, but I don't believe he is really
he snuck
playing hard here. You know, he should have gotten a little closer to that 2 ball.
If he massages this ball a little bit, Billy, and hits the left side of the 1, he has an excellent chance to pocket the 7 ball.
He certainly does.
In fact, I would venture to say it's almost dead.
That's one of the reasons why I suggested that Dave starts to playing with a little more, intensity and desire to win, because he should have been a lot closer to that 2 ball if in fact he elected to play it safe.
And he was a little bit lackadaisical in that last attempt, that's for sure. He might have a keyhole between the 4 and 8 here. I believe he does.
Yeah, it looks like he does.
I don't know how much of the 1 he can hit. I think he can only play it to the corner pocket to his left.
I don't even know if he can hit that much of the outside of the 1 ball and to pocket it in the lower right-hand corner pocket or the left-hand corner pocket the way he's looking at the ball.
Well, he may just be able to hit it, but that in itself is something to be thankful for. Well, we'll see at any rate. I think he's shooting at this ball.
Okay, he did shoot at it. Now, if the 3 and 6 were dead before, they certainly are dead now.
This is a little touchy here, Billy. What do you do with the 1 and 3? Do you try to leave the 1 dead on the 3 and practice?
No, I don't think I would do that. I would treat this like a 1 pocket shot. I would try to go directly into the 1. The 1 will go off the 3 and across the table. Right, I would draw the cue ball back.
That's a good shot.
Now, he chose to go the other path. I didn't particularly care for it, the other route, and I don't think he cares for it too much right now himself.
Well, actually, what happened, he played it very nicely. The 3 came off the rail. He just didn't have enough the right English to stay high of the 1 ball.
I think Dave's going to find himself behind a 3, or else, well, yes, he has. He's found himself behind a 3. Earl didn't gain position on the 1 ball like he anticipated on doing, but, of course, he certainly did increase his chance of winning this particular game by putting Dave behind a 3 ball.
Well, he could lose from here. I would go 2 cushions here. Got a chance to make the 1 on the side, maybe off the deuce on the side. 2 or 3 places on the
a lot of good things can happen here by going 2 cushions behind the 1. You can make the 1 on the side. You could hit the 1 in between the 2 and the 5, having the 1 fall on the bottom rail.
He looks like he's going 1 cushion.
1 cushion? That's exactly the way he chose to go. Well, Earl Strickland has the early 3-0 advantage and is at the table again. And all he has to do now, Brady, is pocket the 1 ball, and all the other balls seem kind of like routine. The 2 is lying in front of the side, the 3 in front of the far corner, the 4 is lying in front of the other side pocket. With the 5 ball, that's the ball that is next to the head string there. The 8 ball is a little bit up table with the 9's in the center of the bottom rail. this rack shouldn't create much of a problem for him at all.
No, it shouldn't. And Earl playing along in inimitable Earl Strickland fashion, rapidly, with abandon.
And that's exactly right. He certainly is imitating himself to a T, to his vintage self. Okay, he's got, I don't know if he likes that too much. I think he wanted more of an angle where after pocketing the 8-ball, he would have went to the side rail and back out.
I don't think any professional likes to get straight in where he has to draw the ball quite a distance, even though this is a shot that he should make with some regularity.
Yes, definitely. The percentages were definitely in the favor of the other angle by after pocketing the 8-ball, going to the side rail and back out. But in the meantime, no problem for Earl Strickland. After game number 4, Earl Strickland has a very, very commanding lead in the match up until this point, 4 games to 0.
And I've noticed that Dave has had 3 sterling opportunities and not taken advantage of them. Now, he's going to have to cease doing that if he wants to be a factor in this match. Now, if anything, Earl is going to start to break better and play even better. So Dave really needs to come to life. When he gets an opportunity, he's got to take advantage of it.
Okay, now Earl's break is starting to click now. He's pocketed 2 balls on the break.
Now, Dave's very fortunate here. This is 2 games in a row that Earl broke the balls well and ended up with no shot.
That's true, Grady. And, you know, like Dave mentioned before the match started, that he had problems after the break. He wasn't getting a shot. You know, and I said to him at that time, well, that's the way 9-ball is sometimes, you know. A lot of the times you break the balls, you pocket 1 or 2 balls on the break, but it seems like you never do get a shot off the break. But that's just the nature of the game. You have to deal with it. He said, I guess you're right. In the meantime, Earl Strickland now has pocketed 2 balls on the break, and he hasn't gotten the shot, so therefore it works both ways.
Now, Dave's going to play a safety here. I think back over behind the 3 and 7. Nice shot.
Okay, well, that's really the first legitimate opportunity he's had to do something good with in the last 2 racks.
Oh, I disagree. He played a poor safety and left Earl.
I'm sorry, you're right. But at least that looks like it's something that he did well.
Now, if Earl hits inside of this, too, he's got a good chance to get a safety. Well, he hit outside of it, and he might get it safe anyway.
I myself would have went ahead and hit that with a little more speed, hoping that I would have ratted the 2-ball or maybe another ball in somewhere, because I don't think there was much of a future him hitting that ball with that speed.
I like hitting 2 rails inside of the 2-ball, Billy. A lot of good things can happen there.
Okay, now there really isn't any excuse for Dave not to get out this rack. All he has to do is stop here for the 4, come back slightly for the 5, come back so he has an angle on the 5 here.
He's gotten a little funny on this ball.
Okay, now he'll just draw over to the side rail or off the side rail slightly so he can come back for the 7.
Yeah, he's all right here, and I wouldn't like to be straight in here.
No, he looks like he overcut that ball slightly, but he's okay.
Now, what do you do? Hit before the side here, Billy? I believe that's...
I'd hit before the side because he's trailing 4-0. He doesn't want to take a chance of scratching in the side.
Now, this is a nice angle.
He can either go 1 rail or 2 rails.
2
whatever.
rails is a shot I like. It's natural. You hit it with the natural English. Some guys like the 1 rail, but it seems more difficult to me.
If you go 2 rails, you really got to concentrate on pocketing the ball. By going 2 rails with this type of a shot, I think it makes the shot a little bit tougher. So you have to make sure if you go 2 rails, you come short out of that corner, 2 rails down here, and you have to hit it with pretty good speed because there is a possibility of scratching 2 rails in the corner.
I'm talking about 2 rails long.
Oh, I don't know about that shot.
Like this. I like that a lot. I think
yeah, 2 rails long. That's a fine shot.
I'll be swallowing.
Okay, that was game number 5, and it did come to an end. And all of a sudden, Dave Bollman pushes a beat on his side and trails in the match 4 games to 1.
If anybody goes to the snack bar, let me know. Now we're going to look at Dave Bowman's break, Billy.
Well, you know as well as I do, Dave has a dynamic break himself. He's a dynamic player, and he possesses a great break, and it's one of the reasons he's out there right now. He's a big man, and when big men break the balls hard, it doesn't appear that they hit him as hard because they're big and they're supposed to hit him hard. When a